welcome to the Tampa Bay Automobile Museum.
Olivier, thank you so much for having me back. What a cool place to always come and visit. Tell everybody who haven't heard of you guys what this auto museum is.
So the Tampa Bay Auto Museum is a vintage car collection that starts from the 1900s, and then that goes on till 2008 is the most recent car we have in the museum now. But it's all about engineering. So the 2008 car is one of one. That was designed by an American. It's an ARX 2008, it's called. And, the 1900s, we have electric cars. We have, hydrogen cars also that, from a little bit later years.
What?
Yeah.
There's no electric cars in the 1900s.
So yeah, I learned today that yes, indeed.
There's even electric cars here. And I'm not talking about Teslas. I'm talking about from the 1900s, the early 1900s.
I mean, think about it. There wasn't Tesla charging stations way back then, y'all. Like this 1922 Milburn. Could you imagine having a trunk full of batteries like this?
Every car in this museum run. That's very important to us, that they have to be running so they can go out anytime during the year. So this museum is about engineering. It's the man behind the machine. So it's all about vintage car, pre-war cars, some post-war cars, but it's usually also front-wheel drive cars from the 1920s. The very 1926, very first front-wheel drive car. And then you got rear-engine cars like Mercedes. We have Mercedes cars that are, just two of them rear engine. So it's all about, then we have sleeve cars like these cars right here. They have sleeve engines. There's no valve.
Without a doubt, the Tampa Bay Auto Museum has just about all the historical cars from all eras. Including the first hybrid car. Or how about this 1929 Ford Model A, a car that was designed to drive on hydrogen. Could you imagine?
Okay, so where are you getting all these cars from?
So, it's word of mouth. So it's, really the vintage car community is pretty small, even around the world. And everyone knows what the Tampa Bay Automobile Museum is focused on engineering, on one-of cars. And it has to be, again, engineering that either worked or didn't work. There's some cars that are over-engineered in this museum. They're great cars, but they were too expensive to produce. So when there's always something that comes along, a lot of folks call us and say, hey, are you interested with this kind of car? And sometimes I don't even know those cars existed.
I believe the ones with the stars here are the unique ones, the only ones left in the entire world.
The Tampa Bay Auto Museum attracts thousands of visitors every year. But there's one person that hasn't visited here yet.
Olivier has been trying to get Jay Leno to come up in this place for years now because he says,
Jay Leno has an incredible collection, but there is 16 cars in this museum that are one of or the only one left. So he'll discover cars that he's never seen before.
Wow, because there's only one left in the entire world?
That's true. Yes, correct. So when you come here, the cars are not roped off. So you can get close to the cars, the windows are down, you can really look at and especially right now for the next few weeks, the hoods are up. So you can see all the engines of all the cars. But our staff is very, very, very knowledgeable. So you can ask any questions and please read all the signs because there's a lot of things that you don't know here. I didn't know here. I learn every week. I learn all the time about the vintage car world, even though I should know just about everything, but I don't. So it's not shameful to not knowing what, if you don't know anything about the car, just ask away.
So with all these one-of-a-kind cars, I had to ask Olivier, which car in here is his favorite?
It's a Taubolago. It's serial number 1. The engine is 1, and they made only one of those engines. And that they know at the time, but that was my driver in France, and it was ugly brown, it was rusty, my bicycle was in the back seat. But I traveled all over France, you know, it was making a lot of noise. The muffler was, you know, half on, and yeah, so that car is a sentimental value because that's what I drove back then.
All right, so when you stop by to visit, you'll get the full experience up close and personal. Pictures, videos, all that stuff. And you'll be one of the few people to see some of the rarest cars in the world. Like this car that once before ran on steam. And y'all, I love a good inspirational moment. Olivier tells me a little bit about his success.
Believe in your dreams, work hard, you know, and if you work hard enough and you believe in it, you have a good chance of making it. You have a good chance to be successful. And folks will tell you, no, you can't do this. And a lot of times is if you really think it's the right thing to do, just do it. Yeah, you can fail. If you fail, doesn't mean that you have to stop. You can keep going until you succeed. You know, so yeah, so it's not just about being successful right away. My father and I, we weren't successful right away. It just took a few times to be successful and to believe in what we were doing.
If you like my documentaries, make sure you subscribe for more content.